What's going on, everyone? I'm your host, Tyler Crux, and this is post audio recording right now because I didn't realize that my microphone and the audio output was not plugged in. This is a Kogha wasn't with me when we were recording this. This is mainly just me doing a solo recording where we are going after a bunch of the watchtowers and militia stuff. So that's just kind of what this episode is. I am probably only going to be I'm going to edit it down and only cutting to whenever we have gotten all of the, whenever we do a tower, whenever we are actually, doing something important. If it's me going from one location to another, I'm going to cut that out. If it's me looking around, trying to find something, I'm going to cut that out. So it's just kind of going after all the militia ones. And as we're going, I might also kind of voice over what we're seeing. Right now, I'm just kind of looking around, trying to just kind of position myself. Just seeing, getting an idea where everything is, and I think right here I'm just kind of explaining what all I'm whenever I was actually recording, I was explaining what all this episode would be about and what to expect. So let's get right into it. I should be jumping off and going to the first tower. Actually, I am wrong. I am going after the drone right above me. Kind of realizing oh crap, couldn't go that way. So I'm just flying. I'm flying. Fall. I get shot at, and then I remembered, oh wait, I can use the hacking device just to be able to say, hey, take this. So now that's blinded, we're going to jump up, go over, and I'm going to drop down right on top of it. So after this, I will just kind of cut to each individual tower we do and whatever we're collecting, just so we can kind of speed this up, because I don't think you guys want me just to voice over what you guys are seeing on screen. But with that, let's hop into it. So on this first tower, I'm just taking a moment to kind of see where everyone is, see what I should watch out for, be careful with. I'm just trying to look around, make sure I get an entirely good understanding of what I may have to deal with. And once we go in, it just starts becoming a beatdown. Actually, after I use the disruptor, I forgot about that. I use the disruptor to basically just make sure each crate and all the guns are... Well, I couldn't get that one crate, but I jumped down. Oh, I re-angled myself. Yeah, I tend not to have good memory with what I've done a lot of the time, since sometime whenever I'm doing games, I just go full autopilot mode. But now I start the beatdown. Get choked. But yeah, we'll just kind of continue on here. Seeing what goes on. We do the beatdown, and yeah, there's not really a lot of issues, because there weren't any special type of thugs besides the big beefy guy who you have to do the cape stun for, then do the beatdown. Yeah, no. So the reason why the audio didn't really work while recording was because the previous night I was playing games with my brother, and my mic kept cutting out on Discord. So I unplugged it and plugged it into a different USB port, and I forgot that I did that. So I was like, okay, everything should be good. And we just kind of take a second to look at Joker. I'll say like there were like 2 episodes where this happened. This episode and then the next one that I recorded, which we go after the Riddler trophies for Miyagami. So after Joker gives his little spiel, now we're just kind of going to fly on over to this next tower to take a look at what we have to do. Because we have... Well, first things first, I used the disruptor, shot out 2 of the medics, and then I took out the remote hacking device to disable the that one light thing, or the camera. So this gave me like a minute to be able to take out all these guys. And you get better with my blade dodges, because whenever they do the blade dodge, even though it says hold it back, like Y and move backwards, I know you're able to, if you can do like the Y, like the button press of Y, you will auto like just take them out. So that's the next tower gone and over with. I then kind of take a moment right here because I just wanted to point this out. I was looking at the that billboard, and it looked like the Joker in the Batman costume from the animates or the TV show The Batman. It was a mid 2000s cartoon. It came out around the same time that the Christian Bale Batman films were released. So I was looking at that. I was like, that looks like when the Joker from the Batman was wearing the Batman costume. So now we just we're flying on over. I'm keeping an eye out. So we'll cut to whenever I get to the next tower, or wherever I decide to go for next. So I'll see you guys at that one. So actually what I decided to do instead of going for a tower was actually to get this drone right here, because it was right there. So yeah, it was drone. I saw the APC, but I decided not to go for it, just because the APCs tend to be a bit more annoying for me. Now we're flying over to this tower over here. If I remember correctly, there wasn't really anything special besides the fact that it was 3 guards and a drone. So I got the remote hacking device out, tried to angle myself to where the drone controller was, hacked it, and then I just kind of waited for the drone to kind of fly back towards them. And as he's flying back, I activated the drone, I dropped down, and I made like a really stupid pun on like, that must have been very electrifying for them. Like a very electrifying experience. Then I was going to try and go for the, do the Joker laugh. But I just decided, I was like, no, insert Joker laugh here. Because it was a bad pun. And also my throat was kind of slightly hurting for a second, so I couldn't actually do that. So we fly up. I try to orientate myself to figure out where we're going, and we'll cut to the next thing. Alright, so I'm flying over to get this drone, as well as getting this next tower. Because with the drone and the tower done, well, they were right by each other, so it was like, okay, this is an easy twofer. Get the drone first, blow it up, then I can just head on right on over to where the tower is. So drone's done. I try to figure out where I'm supposed to go, like, to fight these guys for the tower. But yeah, I dropped down, almost got caught by the well, I think I did get caught because the noise of it, of like the sirens going, did go off. So I just kind of run around. I go to this side over here, try to make my game plan. I noticed there was a medic, so I get my disruptor, take out the, well, not take out the medic, but disrupt the medic stuff. And then I saw that there is a second medic, so I dropped down in hopes that I could get lucky and just kind of shoot the medic down here. That did not work. So yeah, then it just became a free-for-all where I'm trying to target the medic, but because of all these other guys, attacking just the medic himself became kind of difficult. And it wasn't really helping that there were the stairs in the way, blocking everything. But yeah, I spent some time to just take everyone out. Finally, almost took out the mech right there. Mech decides to electrify another person. And that's where I'm like, okay. Medic goes down. The last two guys slowly go down. And with that, I am now able to take out the tower. And I take a second to struggle with taking out the explosive device. Finally got it, but that's another tower down. So, because that was the last tower that we can get to right now, I decided to try and take a look and do this one checkpoint that I remember during the last episode, I think it was. Kogha was basically saying, yeah, no, I remember that one. That one was a pain. And I kind of looked around, tried to figure out what's the best way to do this. And I will say I did die a couple of times to this because of like my own stupidity and just like thinking, oh, I could do this, but then it didn't work out the way I wanted to. So I think it was like I died like 4 times to this. And right now I'm just looking at all my skills, try to figure out, what would be the best to go for this. And there wasn't really anything, I think. And even though it says I bought because I'll die here, it doesn't keep that thing. So I was trying to figure out, like, how do I actually do this? Then I was like, oh, right. But because I got caught, I was like, well, might as well just get a refresh on my health. So I died like 3 times to this. I'm just going to show this first death to show, like, hey, I'm not perfect with these. And after, like, I think the second or third death, I stepped away from this checkpoint, and then I went to go do some other checkpoints. But we do come back to this later, and there was there was a way to do this that I found out that we did do that will make Kogha angry when he watches this video. I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to let him watch this video, or I will tell him, since this video will be posted like a few weeks after this editing. So yeah, I'm cut here. I'm just showing this off right here because that kind of shows like Batman was like, oh, I can't take them all out on the same time. I can only do one at a time. I was like, oh, well, yeah. So this will just end up with me dying again. So we will cut to whenever, we'll cut to whenever the next game actually, or whenever I do the other checkpoints. So, and then when we come back to this, I'll explain what exactly the secret way of, or the most optimal and best way to being this will be. So with that, we'll jump ahead a bit. Jump ahead a bit. So yeah. So after a failed run, I decided to just kind of zipline out. I go through all my stuff, try to like figure out like what am I supposed to even do. There was nothing there. I was thinking maybe I'll throw this, see what happens. But because of that shot right there, I'm like, okay, I cannot do this right now. So I kind of zipped out, and yeah, I didn't even know that this was right here. Whenever I zip, I use the grappling hook just to zip out of there. But it was a lucky kind of find because I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do this because once I finish this one out, I should get full health. But I'm unsure because as I'm voicing this over, I'm rewatching this footage for kind of the first time. Yeah, I did die. Yeah, that makes sense. So, but I do this one first, and I do come back to the other one a bit later because I was like, I can't do this. It's like I was having a hard time. But this one, I just did the disruptor stuff, got rid of the guns because I was prepared that they had guns. And then I drop down after I take out their guns. Yeah, I drop down and we just have a normal, good old fist fight. So after that checkpoint, I go and beat up some thugs. I then come over here to try and go for this drone over here that's flying, since I was getting close to finishing up all the drones, at least on Founders Island. And getting all the drones actually is very helpful for kind of be able to like while the getting rid of all the tanks makes it so the police cars can drive around on the ground. Getting rid of all the drones allows me to be able to, or allows the police to fly around, and that can help give intel on, hey, is there a dead body over here? Hey, there's a riot. The riots would just be so I can get some free fighting. And, or, hey, we think we found one of the firefighters. And I will say, I did find one of the firefighters in here, and I did find two of the, two more murder victims from the ones that are all bandaged up and hanging. Okay, so right here, I thought, hey, let's go into the manhole cover. And before I did, I just had to get rid of these guys because they almost ran me over. And I'm gonna do a spoiler. whenever you go down that manhole cover, you will drop like just in the center of the room. I was expecting there to be like a little vent system, like right above them or something. So yeah, that didn't work, and I died again. But hey, we get to see the Joker, and the Joker's the one that this time that's just like, hey, you died, haha, what a laugh. So as this goes, we're just kind of, well, these long sequences can be kind of long at times. But I did decide, okay, because I'm right here, I'm gonna try this again. And I'm gonna just kind of speed this up until where I found out, hey, this is the easiest way you could do this. So yeah, I will say I did try Kogha's idea first of I'm gonna just kind of take these guys or take out all the guys with the guns using the disruptor. Um, but yeah, I'll cut to or speed up to whenever we actually get to the proper way of doing this section, the easier way of doing this section. So I'm speeding the clip up a bit. I go around. I thought I heard some music over on this way, so I decided to follow a bit. I of course got stopped by these thugs because they're like, "Hey, it's the Batman. Let's take him on." And it's like, why? Why are you guys trying to take on the Batman? You guys can't take on the Batman. But you come on over to this side, and there's a wrench point. Yeah, yeah. So I accidentally went into remote Batmobile mode, but then I called it over, make it easier. And yeah, you just open up that wrench and you can just go on in with the Batmobile and just shoot everything. So yeah, this was the easy way of doing it. That was a lot easier, and I think Kogha will be like, "Are you serious? That's right there." Yeah, it was. So we open up the point. We still have what looks like we have the APCs. We might have a couple more drones. No, we have the bombs, APCs, and a few more checkpoints left on Founders Island. So I'm gonna just kind of cut to the bombs. Unless I see an APC. Okay, yeah, I'm doing the bombs first. And the bombs are all kind of the same. It's just fire, fire, fire. So I'm gonna just kind of cut to the bombs. And probably the aftermath of them. Since there's not really a lot going on here. So we're at the first bomb, actually. I got too close. So they shock you. We start the fight, and yeah, I'm gonna just speed up this fight since these can kind of go on for a while, especially because that's like 20 something, 30 something. One of them was like 36, so I'm gonna just kind of speed up these sections. Okay, so after that one, while making my way to the next bomb, while we're driving, when I turn this corner, I actually see one of those checkpoints. So I take out this guy, and yeah, this is a checkpoint. Pretty easy one, just a bunch of not really any thugs to worry about besides that one big guy, but once we get the combo going, I believe I try to take him out with the combo streak. But because it's such a tight space, that gets kind of hard to do. Especially when like I want to go after someone else, but Batman's like, no, we're gonna go after the big guy. It's like, come on, Batman, we gotta go after the little thugs. Try to get that combo going. No, we go for the big guy. Because every time it's like, I don't want to go after the big guy, but Batman's like, we'll go after the big guy. But yeah, we get this one done, and after this one, it's another bomb. So I went down to the port area in Founders Island thinking like, okay, there might be another checkpoint down in the port area, or there would be a like a checkpoint or a bomb, but no, I was wrong. Whenever I came down over here, they're like, hey, there's a firefighter. So I just kind of drop down and I do this entire firefighter section. Wasn't really the cleanest, but I didn't really get hit, so I guess it was clean, but it's like it wasn't as 100% stealth as it could have been. So yeah, I'm going to speed up this entire section a bit more, just so you guys don't really need to be like, oh wow, he's going very slow and methodical. Methodical. Well, actually, no, I might not. I might just kind of go through my thought process for this one, because I at least remember this one somewhat. So I brought those guys out, and my thought process was, if I can get like a group of 4 like down here all together, I could use the multi takedown, like the option came up right here. But there were only 2 down here, so it was like, oh, well, shit. So I beat up this guy, and then I go right back up. Made enough noise for people to come out to check it. And what's kind of stinks is the inverted takedown doesn't count as a stealth takedown, or a silent takedown. So I didn't get that multi-charge again. But I got enough of them out of the way to where I'm more able to kind of pick them off one by one. I just tried to reorientate myself. That guy's going up, so I drop down. I missed my chance to do a silent takedown on him, so I just beat him up. I'm surprised they didn't really make that much noise. So I locked that guy right down there and there. And then I think I dropped down to take a look, just to see where he is. And he's like, oh, okay. He's trapped in there. I got like a minute. So I go up here to take out this other guy. I was able to get the silent takedown on him. And that leaves only two people. The guy that we have trapped in that room. And this guy over here, where I just do another silent takedown. I then kind of just jump up here to basically gloats like, haha, you are trapped. Or I'm trying to think of like, okay, what would be a good way to get in there? He sees me. I was like, oh, grapple out. So I kind of just go in the room because I was like, oh yeah, there were vents in here. I drop down and I'm like, where are you? Or it's like, time to say night night. Like some cringy Batman line that you could think of. And he was behind that little wall, generator. But I still got that silent takedown. I come on up, and I release one of the firefighters. And the information that this firefighter gave was, or what Batman says to him is like, yeah, so it seems like there might be a, like there's a serial arsonist that was going after all the fires. I believe I kind of say like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the fire chief, because the fire chief would have the most motive. He starts these fires in order for all of the firefighters to actually keep their jobs, since they were at threat of a being laid off. So that's just kind of the little dialogue right here. I look around a bit more in the ports. I don't think I found anything. I'll probably cut to it if I did find anything, but I kind of just glide around, basically listen to see if I could hear anything or see anything. And yeah, for the most part, I don't think I did. So because there was nothing in the port, I kind of just went out to kind of look for some more stuff. I'm showing this right here, basically kind of also show like, while I've been looking around, I was also actively looking for these guys. I did get a couple of them, so whenever I do Founders Island, I should have a good bit of the Riddler stuff located to make that search a lot easier. But the reason why I'm also showing this is because when I was going after these guys, I could hear the opera singing. I was like, oh, okay, so there's no intel on that one just yet, but I know I heard something. So I kind of took a step back, like, okay, if I fly over here, it's a bit far, but I can at least retrace my steps a bit to where I could see if I could find it. And it's right over here on the right, but I go left because I was like, okay, my ears were messing with me, so I thought it was over here. Because this looked like someplace you'd want to put a body. But then I kind of was like, oh, wait, it's over here. So I did find this one. I did do it just because it was like, hey, it's right here. I did do the one of the firefighters, so might as well just kind of do a twofer. For this one, it was looking on the leg. I didn't find anything because I was at a wrong angle, so I had to reorientate myself. A removed tattoo on the leg. It was fresh, so they got that wound while they were still alive. I think that's what Batman said, or dead. I then kind of look around. They had their kidney taken out. And then when I go to the bones, they had a piece of their skull replaced. showing signs that they were probably a fighter. Batman says this person had calluses. And as you can see on the screen, a female victim asked Alfred to, hey, can you, what's the cross references on everything? We go a bit more into the victim on, okay, why are they missing a kidney? What's with the tattoo removal and the fractured skull or the melt plate in the skull? It's like, oh, well, she was a boxer. She took up boxing after her sister died from when she gave her kidney to her sister. The sister passed away because of complications. And we're like, okay, but she also fits the same kind of stuff of when she died, or she was taken kidnapped in another state. And yeah, so now we just fly around, and I will say I did spend a good bit of time just flying around from this point, trying to find stuff. So yeah, I'll cut to whenever we have something new happening. So after some time flying around and trying to figure out where this last bomb is, I was like, okay, we have some intel on one of those APCs, so might as well just try our best to take it out. And this is just going to be kind of a I'm going to speed this entire section up because these go on for a while, man. But a tip I will kind of also say is, like, if you have the points to buy the armor upgrades, and if you're about to die in one of these sections, if you spend the armor upgrades for that, lost slow-mo, you'll regain all of your health for the Batmobile. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this up because these things can go on forever, man. Like, these take so long. So enjoy the watch. If I decide to commentate over it, I will. I don't know as of right now. So that'll be post editing crux to decide. Post editing crux, yeah. So this was like an 8-minute thing, and whenever I tried to speed it up, it got like kind of choppy. So I just cut to like nearing the end right here, because yeah, the video was getting very choppy. So that's the APC done, and yeah, we'll continue on with the next one. I looked at the Firefly thing just because, like, do I want to do it? Then I was like, no, I don't want to do Firefly, because honestly I'm not really a fan of doing those missions right now. So we'll cut to the next thing. So as I was searching for the next thing, or the next hidden piece, or yeah, the next whatchamacallit, bomb, I saw these guys, so I took them off. And after the bomb, if I remember correctly, just seeing these fights, man, like Batman like went like across the map to take out one of those guys. So Riddler gives us the information, and it was during the bomb section, or like as I was going back to it, I could hear the opera music. I did not do that one because I was like, okay, I think this is like the last one, or second to last one, for the that serial killer. So I just decided to leave it, but first we do the bomb. So we'll speed up that entire section, since though they're not really that long, it's just a lot of the same repetitive kill, like blow up, blow up, blow up, and it's a very tight area, so it gets very hectic very fast. Yeah, so after the bomb, it's right there, and I didn't do it because um, I opened up the wrong thing. Um, because since that was one of the last ones, but it's right there on the map. So whenever Kogha and I come back to do more of the story, we will be continuing on with that section right there. I don't know why I'm taking a look at this, but yeah, I'm gonna cut to the next main thing, which is either another APC or it's another checkpoint. So yeah, we'll see that in a second. So this next one was a checkpoint. It's kind of south of the bridge a bit. I think it's south. The map in this game is weird for me. Now this one was a little more challenging because it has those guys that electrify you, and I keep wanting to go after someone else, but Batman locks onto them. But once I'm able to kind of disarm them all, I make quick work of this entire section. So this is at like 300% speed, and I'm gonna just kind of show like it does look a little choppy. Like, I'm curious with how a lot of people when they do these like really fast time lapses like these, like do they have their VSync turned off so it's like the frame rates aren't capped at like 600 or aren't capped at 60? Because like you guys kind of look at this, like it's kind of jumpy at times. Like you can see what's happening, but I'm guessing that's also like the reason why it's kind of jumpy is because there's a lot going on the screen at the same time. But yeah, this is the last APC for the video. The last two APCs that are on the map, I don't have any intel on, and I didn't really feel like being like, oh, I should just kind of look around more for that. So instead, I went over to Bleak Island because there are two drones there. And with these clips back to back, it's like I get one drone right about now. And then I get this other drone. I get to the lighthouse, and once I got to the lighthouse and I destroyed this last drone, Joker's kind of having his own little talk. I'm kind of looking around. I will open up the map here, and that's just me kind of explaining what the next couple of episodes will be. Which will just be like, I'm going to, like, first I check over here, but I'm going to kind of start doing all of the Riddler stuff in the next episode. There's Founders Island, and then there's Minagani Island, and I'd save Bleak Island for last. So it's just me kind of talking like, okay, so this is why I think next episode and the next couple episodes will be, since one, the APCs on Founders and Minagani, I don't know where those are, so I don't have any intel, I don't know how to track them, and I don't really feel like just flying around a bit more. But what I do instead is just kind of be like, okay, I'm going to do these in the next couple episodes, and then I just kind of end off the recording right there. And I said that the next episode we will start with Minagani Island and try to do either all or as much as we can for the Riddler stuff. And with that, we're going to end off this episode right here, because the next episode, it's going to have the same issue where I'm going to have to do this post audio commentary, because my mic wasn't picking up for that either. But what we do know is in the next one, we will be just doing Riddler stuff. And the next couple episodes, it'll just be Riddler stuff. Since the Riddler is, like Kogha said, if we do all of the Riddler stuff, then we will have the quote-unquote true ending of the game. So, yeah. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.